Hey everyone, this is your host Nakaichi of Centaku Media, and it is Saturday, August 19th, 2023, and thank you all for your patience, and I hope everyone is having a good Friday, Saturday, and about to be Sunday evening. So it's already Saturday though, so Friday is long gone, but it is still the weekend. So I'm Nakaichi, where we talk about anime, gaming, and everything in between on Centaku Media. And tonight we are going to go into some more Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. And Trials and Tribulations is the third game in the trilogy, so we're still trucking along with getting to the end of the game. However, it might be a little bit of a delay as we get into it at some point, but I will explain what I mean by that shortly. But let's just talk about how everyone's day is going so far. This is like the first break I've gotten in a couple of weeks. The past couple of weekends have been busy because at the first Saturday of the month I had a cosplay photo shoot with some friends, some good friends. It was a lot of fun, and also decided to just not stream at all, which was good. Like I got to hang out with a friend afterwards because I thought the cosplay photo shoot was going to go earlier, but we had it later in the day because it was just so hot, and it was so hot. But the costume I wore for the photos I got was so worth it. Gonna post to Instagram early just to get for y'all to get an idea of what went down, but also TikTok as well. And for those that don't follow me on any of those yet, I cosplay Alphino from Final Fantasy 14, so definitely worth the sweat. And I don't know how hot it was. I guess it was at least 90 degrees that day, but with it, the sun setting was perfect, so it was sweet. But that's what happened a couple of weeks ago. But last week, I went to FarleyCon for a few hours, met up with a lot of people, met up with Kiri, briefly met up with Erlen, and a lot of other people I haven't seen in months due to various reasons, mostly COVID. But now we finally got all that out of the way. I'm excited to get back into the swing of the con activities, which will continue in a couple of weeks. But like I said, this is the first Saturday I've had in a couple of weeks where I got to relax and do something for myself. So one of the things I'm working on is a cosplay project for Dragon Con, and I'm hoping to get it done. And this actually should have been this really should have been done before MomoCon, but now I'm just starting to try to get it done, and I hope everything turns out really well. So fingers crossed, y'all. Fingers crossed. So I just need a little bit of a positivity boost for that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Also, my nose is a little stuffy. I have a item, I guess, I don't know what you call it. It's some kind of, hold on. Let me see what it's called. Ultrasonic face steamer. So I have a face steamer. I'm just having it sit on a corner here. And it's helping me with my sniffles a little bit, and it lasts for like 15 minutes at a time, but I have to refill it. Not 15 minutes, but 5 minutes at a time, so I have to refill it whenever possible. But it's helping with my sniffles, and with whatever that got going on. Hey, to my place, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the comment. Just passing through again. Well, welcome. Have a great stream. Thank you. Thank you for the lurk, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you again. So, yeah, so I have a face steamer, and it's helping me. It's not really a steamer, but it's just a cool mist steamer, really. But yeah, it's helping me with my nose, my sinuses. So, if you hear a hiss, then that's why. But my microphone's really away from it, but it's cool. Yes, thank you for the alert. But yeah, so that's what's going on. But before we get into like some announcements, I am going to draw an affirmation card just to see what we got today. But anyway, as I was saying, I was working on some stuff for Dragon Con. That's kind of what I did today, and also got extra sleep. I got like maybe 8.5 hours of sleep, which was good. It took me like an hour and a half before I actually fell asleep because I had a few other things to do before I got in bed. And that's kind of the same plan for tonight, is to, after I finish this, is try to get in bed but finish up some things as well. But let's draw an information card. And again, if you all want to draw this for yourselves for me to read, there's an item, draw an affirmation card in the channel point redemption shop, which is 10 centi, or 10 channel points. So today you are respectful. Today you will acknowledge other people's thoughts and feelings as well as my own. Oh well. So do I dare go into a story mode for this? Respectful. So I'm not gonna call out any names. This person, I don't even think is on the stream anymore. I don't even think they, like, let's just say they have no ability to chat because I disabled them from chatting. But if you want to talk about respect, there was a few where I had a while back. Maybe y'all remember him, but they basically said I should cosplay a character that I have no interest in, but also get a size different from what I normally wear, and that didn't sit well with me. I mean, it was a good suggestion, but the fact that it was brought up every time, and that I said I had no interest in cosplaying in the next year or two, really, you know, it was weird. So I just told them straight up that, hey, I have no interest in doing this. I'm sorry, thank you for your suggestion. But they basically laughed it off and said, okay, well, you can do it this way then. I'm like, you don't understand. And they stuck around for a little while longer, but after that they just went into the shadows. So as far as respect goes, if I say no to something, I would, like, that's really it. Like, I don't have any interest in it, or I will consider it, but stuff like that, that's the best way to explain the whole respect thing. But it's also the whole, like, cosplay is consent thing too. And yeah, so I'm sorry to disappoint anyone that wanted me to cosplay that character, but it's just definitely not something I'm interested in after having to deal with that. But if I say no, I'm sorry, but it's some stuff like I said. I have considered games to play, but as far as doing something, oh yeah, no, that's what it was. The biggest thing is that they wanted me to show proof that I ordered the costume, but I'm like, bruh, no, like, yeah, I did not. After I said I didn't want to, it's just, I'm rambling at this point, but I hope you all get the idea. But anyway, you will be respectful. So that's another thing. Also, my friend is going through a hard time at their job, and basically they're trying their hardest to do what they can, but they're basically, the other party is just looking out for their own interests and not hers. So don't forget that people are going through different things, and depending on your actions, you might make it worse. So that's what I am trying to get at, basically. So yeah, these affirmation cards are good practice for me talking. So sorry for the rambles. But anyway, let's get on with the announcements. We do have a court case to solve. Speaking of Ace Attorney, so just to give you a recap of what's going on, or what to expect tonight, we are still on case 3 and 3. Which is the third case in the game, and it's the recipe for Turnabout. And we are doing a second day of investigations, and I think we've made a lot of progress in the last stream, so let's try to get some more info out of our suspects and go back to court to conclude the case and turn in the suspect. But after I finish this episode, I'm going to put Ace Attorney on hold. And there's a lot of logical explanation for this. So first of all, there's a Apollo Justice Trilogy. I keep saying Ace Attorney, though this is what we're playing. We have the Apollo Justice Trilogy coming out next year, sometime next year, early 2024. Might be February or March. But we'll find out more details at Tokyo Game Show, apparently. So that's exciting. Also, at the same time, we were expecting Like a Dragon 8 Infinite Wealth, which comes out also in early 2024. Don't know the details of that. Also, a Tokyo Game Show possibility as well. Although there was an event a couple of days ago, I think it was Friday afternoon actually, where we got a new trailer for Like a Dragon Gaiden and the Man Who Erased His Name. Also, a 30-second clip from Like a Dragon 8, and also there's an announcement that hold on, how come I'm not okay, hold on. Here's the thing too, this is actually kind of exciting in a way. You get a playable demo of Like a Dragon 8 after you finish Gaiden, so that's pretty cool. Yay. So, but anyway, right now I'm playing both of those games. I'm playing Ace Attorney and playing Like a Dragon. So we started Like a Dragon 4 last night, the remastered version, and we made a lot of progress. We're in chapter 3, but I realized I've been playing Yakuza 3 since April, and now it's August. So I'm thinking, let's speed it up a little bit, because in the past I played Yakuza's 1, 2, and 1 and 0, 1 and 2 in a couple of months, no more than 3 months. But as much as I love to play through more of Ace Attorney, I want to like have longer nights for Ace Attorney instead of my shorter nights. So I think it'll just be wise to hold it, because I think we got 2 more episodes after this one, and after we catch up with Yakuza, we can go back to the last 2 episodes and then go into the Apollo Justice trilogy whenever that comes out. So I'm pretty sure by the time I catch up with Like a Dragon and play Gaiden, will be good. So that is my announcement for that. Also, something else as far as like gaming stuff goes, since we're talking about the game schedule, this is our normal schedule for those that will need a refresher, but this upcoming week will be the last week of streams for the month of August, and we'll be playing Overwatch 2 for weeknight dubs. This is the first night playing Overwatch 2 in a while. I think since last December, maybe January. Since last year, because last year was a dumpster fire with all the lagging and stuff they had still to iron out from the launch in October. And I know just Overwatch 2 is a dumpster fire in general right now, but we're going to give it another try. So I'm going to also enable drops and see how that goes, although I want to try to stream at least 2 hours so that way everyone can get their drops in before too long. And I think they rotate their drop events like every other week, I think, or every week, but we'll see. Also Thursday we'll be going back to SD Gundam Battle Alliance. Didn't do that this past Thursday because I have had a dental procedure done, so I just needed a break, so that worked out. Also, next Friday we'll go to part 2 of our first playthrough of Yakuza 4, and we'll be back here again next Saturday for more Ace Attorney, but also we'll see what happens. If we, depending on how far we get into the case tonight, the next Saturday will probably be the last of Ace Attorney we'll see for a while until we come back to it. So that is the plan, and I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am really excited for Yakuza, so I want to have 2 nights of Yakuza again. So it'll be Friday and Saturday nights in September once we clear this case and Ace Attorney. So, but next month's schedule should stay the same, and also next month, 1st September, when I come back, the first week in September, the 6th, at least for right now, we're going to stream the Centaku Media Journal, which is my live news show where I talk about anime, gaming, and other otaku interests, and also we'll talk about Dragon Con, because that'll be my first show back, my first stream back since Dragon Con, and I'll show off pictures and everything I have to show to see how good it was. So I'm looking forward to everything that's about to go down the next few weeks. But as far as like stream other announcements, we already talked about Overwatch 2. Oh yeah, so the next thing is the VOD channel. So I have uploaded all of the VODs of Yakuza 3, so they're live to watch on our VOD channel. We have 2 channels. We have the main channel and we have the VOD channel. VOD channels where if you miss out on any of the Yakuza playthroughs, it's on that channel. But the main channel, that's where I'll put original videos on. So be sure to subscribe to those. And the uploads right now, I'm scheduling them for every Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Next uploads, we have Yakuza 4 Remastered Part 1 of our first playthrough. And we also have Weeknight Dubs Part 5. So right now you can watch these here on Twitch, but a week later you can watch them on YouTube if you prefer YouTube for whatever reason. And those stay on YouTube indefinitely, where on here it stays for 60 days since this is powered by Amazon Prime. And also, speaking of Prime, you do have the option to support the channel by subbing with your Amazon Prime account. If you have it linked to Twitch, or you can get a free sub from yours truly at the end of every quarter. At the beginning of the quarter, I'll announce the person who showed their support on any of these socials, and they get a free sub here. So if you follow us on those, and also bonus, if you are in our Discord too, that is one way to keep in touch with the Centaku Media community, and also talk about all the stuff that makes Centaku Media what it is. So also, these are just our general socials page, and also articles that I've written in the past, as well as from our featured member spotlight winner, Sippy GJ, who contributed in the past. And also, they do have a website. Sippy has a website, lastlooks.org, which I'm going to look here real quick. Be sure to give them a look and also subscribe to their newsletter. So yay. And I'm also wanting to help out as far as contributing articles as well, so stay tuned for any of those, but definitely be sure to check the website out. I think that's it. I think I covered pretty much everything. And also, if anyone wants to play Overwatch with me, Discord is the one way to go. I will post some information in looking for group. I'll post a thread to see if anyone wants to join. So that's all I got for announcements. I'm going to go ahead and do an intermission to get Ace Attorney set up. And if you enjoy what you see, be sure to follow the channel. It is free. And make sure notifications are turned on before I go live, or rather, that way when I go live you'll get notified. That's what I'm trying to get at. I think I worded that wrong, but you get the idea. But anyway, I will be right back. I'm going to show a best of to see what we're all about, to show what we're all about rather, and then we'll come back with Ace Attorney, so don't go away. Okay. Focus there officially. No, go away. No, go away! I don't want any! Dude, go away. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Mike, no, go away, I'm busy. To the city, you can actually enjoy some fishing. It's quality quiet time for yourself. Oh, I go there all the time. These days I haven't caught a single thing though. Okay. Blah blah blah. Alright. Okay. Do we have to meet? Oh, Ryuji, I forgot. Yay, Ryuji. Actually, hold on. We have to play his theme song. That's his theme song now. Okay, so about the DVD, be considered a real grown-up. It's a ceremony that every Korok must undertake, and it's based on the trials of the legendary hero himself. I've done it, and so has Hestu. And him over there, and her too, and even the great Deku Tree himself has done it. Okay, that last part's a lie. He's pretty rooted. Okay, now, come on. That's gonna be my dad joke sound effect, because of just how ridiculous that is. Are you still over there? Well, no matter. Pretty soon you'll be gone, and not just from my line of sight. Only the leader of the Yiga clan can use this secret technique. It is the ultimate. Coward, I shall be remembered. The Yiga clan will track you to the ends of my rule. How to button smash. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's hilarious. That is so funny. I want to hear it again. I just threw up in my mouth. Seriously.
Yeah, like I don't even think I could down them like that.
I did. Hey, welcome back. Thank you for your patience, and now we are going into Ace Attorney Trilogy with Trials and Tribulations. And just give you all a bit of a recap of what's going down. We're having to... No, wait. Wrong sound effect. Sorry. Here we go. Me channel music. We'll say the sad violin for whoever gets burned in the court. So, we're having the second day of investigations following a disastrous testimony from a witness who goes by Victor Kudo. And apparently there was a face that was knocked down, but it wasn't. It was on the opposite side, and it was crazy. And I was like, no, this is ridiculous. It was insane. I love it. That was my favorite moment so far in this game. This game has so many crazy moments, but right now we are trying to figure out who this dude is with the scouter. It's like some kind of portable computer apparently, but it looks like a scouter from Dragon Ball Z. Like, come on. And apparently there's a rapper involved, and apparently this guy, I'm pretty sure he's the culprit of the Phoenix Wright lookalike, or Sinifo, as Maya likes to call him, you know, in a very Maya-like fashion. So, I love Maya, but right now we are having to unlock some psyche locks, or whatever it's called, from a couple of our witnesses. So I think we did it for Gumshoe, and now we have to do it for Mr. Armstrong and that Wednesday looking girl, that the secretary of that loan firm or whatever. I don't know. I almost wanted to call it Sky Finance, but that's the wrong game. That's what happens when you have too much Friday night on the brain. But no, this is the wrong game. That's the wrong game. This is... Come on, Titus. Yes, I meant to play that. So, anyway. That's enough. So let's go into the game. Okay, let's go in. Okay, so yeah, we already talked to Gumshoe, so now I'm gonna have to retrace my steps because I have no idea where I went to first. So I think we got everything. I think we went to the detention center, we talked to her, we got everything from her. And then we gotta go to the Trabian. There was something here, but I think it was something in the kitchen, I think. No. Okay, I thought Armstrong had something, maybe I was wrong. We'll see, hold on. We'll find the people we need to talk to. Him again. Okay. Let's see. Tenderlander. There we go. Tenderlander. That was a place, and I think you had something. Okay, so let me just go through these again and see what we need to do. Do we even have enough to press her from the Magatama? It was very complicated, the operation. They opened up my head and performed surgery on my frontal lobe. Just thinking about it sends shivers down my spine. So how did you get this fatal injury that left you needing an operation? Oh gosh, that's 4. I made a promise to Don Tigre. I said I would never tell. Cross my heart and hope to drink 100 cups of espresso. So you mean die? I mean, will you survive 100 cups of espresso? Yikes. Oh, that much caffeine would raise anyone from the dead. Besides, it's a very precious memory to me. A precious memory? I'll never find out what she means if I can't break her. So I want to say, should we come back? Let's put her on the side. Let me see, who's the other person? I could have sworn there was another person. Blue screens, there we go. I think it was this one that had something behind the scenes. Please tell us more about the trouble that Mr. Elk was in. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about that. Or you do. And she only has 3. I do not pry into other people's affairs. She just gave us a dreaded professional business-like cold shoulder, huh? I need to find out exactly what the victim was involved in. Looks like I've got to break her in a professional business-like manner. Alright, let's give her a try. Okay, Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elk was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service? What she's talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Really? Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elk's trouble have something to do with this? So, I'm trying to refresh my memory here. I think it was the... Not the lottery... Maybe it was a lottery ticket. Probably was a lottery ticket. Hold on. Wait. So... Yes! Has to be that. Yes, it is, because the music stopped. That's one indicator to know that you didn't right. It's in the objection LOL videos on YouTube. It's all over. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Elk. He had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys as many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elk's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? It could be that too. Has to be this as well, but which order? Well, it's not restricted to horse races. Okay, well, let's see. Well, I guess it could be that too. Or that. Nope, it wasn't it. Everyone likes to gamble from time to time. Huh? But be careful. If you're careless, you can lose everything. Your money, people's trust, etc. Looks like I've got that one wrong. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. Okay, so... I want to do it one more time. Well, actually, that might be it. Meet with the tiger, which means going back to that lone place. Let me see. Oh, sorry, hold on one moment. Okay, that wasn't it either. Well, we gotta be careful. I think I'm just gonna back out of this one for right now, and we can go back to the other person. You know what? Maybe it was a person. Maybe not. Okay, well, we'll just come back because I feel like there's still more we could use for. We've already used up twice our health, so let's go back. Let's go to Fireman Square, and then Tenderlander, and then see what she has for us. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also say you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? I don't think we would have anything to do with that either. Wait a minute. So maybe we don't have anything for this. Oh, do you think it's a repair bill? I wanna... Oops. I actually hit the wrong button. I didn't mean to hit the B button. I'm actually thinking of restarting the game because I did load it up and then go back to her just so I can have my health back. But then again, also if we clear it, it will get full health again. But I'm thinking it's a car repair bill. I'm trying to remember where did that come from. Car repair bill for $1,500. No, I don't think so. I feel like there's still someone we could talk to, too. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead. I am actually going to do that. Let's just reload the game and get our full health back, because I think we could show some of this to some people. So, let's go to Maggie, because I think we could show that lottery ticket to her and see if she says anything. I don't remember if I did that last time. So... No? Really? Yeah, she said this. Okay, so no. Okay. Oh yeah, that's from when I was carrying a customer's breakfast over to them. The ketchup splotch, you mean? My whole face was fire engine red thanks to that stuff. But you spilled the ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how... The ketchup-covered omelet went flying and hit the customer in the face. Oh, talk about a tomato red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself. Why? Yeah, I guess. It was kind of a sight to behold. Okay, so... I mean... Potassium cyanide? I've never heard of that poison before in my life, sir. Okay, maybe I have. But I've never seen it before. That's the truth. I wouldn't even know where the nearest potassium cyanide dealer is in the first place. Potassium cyanide dealers? Sounds like another group of drug pushers to avoid. In any case, this definitely isn't something you can pick up just anywhere. Ooh, curse my rotten luck. The criminal must have stuck this bottle in my apron while I was unconscious. Huh. The victim got this from a doctor before going to treatment. No. Let's see, what about this? This was for the CD she found. Oh, no, never mind. It's not helping. I was going to say this is the one that I think she said. Alright. Okay. That's the cup I took over to the table, sir. But I didn't put anything in it. I could never do something like that. That's right. You could never do anything like that. I'm not good at carrying those large trays, you know. Trying to balance a tray with one hand to put something in the coffee with the other. That'd be just asking for trouble. I dropped something for sure. That's right. Is she expecting me to claim that she's too clumsy to have committed a crime? Maybe? Let's see... I'm trying to see... Can I talk to her about this? Just thinking about the trial that day gives me the creeps. Was it that bad? Don't forget that was my phony, not me. He was supposed to say, surely the defendant isn't a real criminal. But instead he shouted out, surely the defendant is a real criminal, by mistake. Oh, ouch. Well, like I said, that was my phony, not me. I don't want to think about it anymore. Trust me, neither do I. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, let me see. What else? Wasn't this... I think this was one of this, right? No, we already showed her that. But what about profile? Does she have any memory of her? Because apparently, from what we get, okay, but from what we gather, she was there, according to Victor. Holy smokes! That's him! Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. For the record, I'm not sunburned like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how. He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. I'm not hearing this. Well, yeah, we found that out. Okay, what about him? I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been in a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. Feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Yes, he is. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Okay, so I guess we got something here. Alright. No? Oh yeah, that's right. And then we talked about Victor's testimony. So we did already talk about it. Oops. So, okay, well, at least we retraced our steps. So, let's go. I don't know if, I think that's all we got here. I think we talked to him about everything too. Oh, excuse me. I wish. Actually, is he even still here? Or rather, over there. We go back to the law office. Let's go to Vitamin Square. Shit. Go to Vitamin Square and see if Victor has any recollection of that scooter. That's like sticking out too. As I was like right behind him at one point. You mind taking a look at this? Excuse me. You let me get 1,000,000 of my grumbles off my chest and I'll take one quick look. I've got an earthquake of frustration inside and it's ready to rumble. One second thought, forget it. 1,000,000 grumbles for one quick look doesn't sound like a good deal for me. million grumbles? Hold on, what? So I guess I gotta show him something. Okay, we already talked about this. Let's see. I don't care what you saw that what you put it in, some kind of powder. Oh. Young lady was wearing the earpiece, blah blah blah. Okay, we're trying to get through this because I already talked about it, but there was something. I think it was. Have we showed her to him? No. Okay, what about him? No, it has to be something or someone. Her? No, let's see. You let me get 1,000,000 grumbles on my chest. 1,000,000 of my grumbles. Define that. Her? No, okay, so it's not a person, it's something we have as evidence, possibly. So... Well, you threw that away, apparently you want it so much. No. Okay, I'm tempted, unless anyone in chat knows what I could do. Like, hints are welcome, very subtle hints, but otherwise I can pull up a guide. But I'm still trying to get through this on my own for right now. So let's see. Oh, what about this? No. No, not that. That's actually embarrassing, probably, for him. Oh, maybe this one? No. Okay, one more thing. Winning grumbles. Okay, maybe the lottery ticket. Last chance. Okay, no. I don't think he has anything for us. I feel like we would get something if we talk to one of our other people that has that lock binder thing. So I could go back to Viola. There was something. Okay, you know what, let's just pull up something. Let's go back. Let's move to Tenderlander for now and see what we got. Let's see. We're doing. Let me put my controller down. Trials. Okay, so... Alright, so I pulled up the guide on Game Facts. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we went to blue screens, and then we went to Tribulations, we went to the kitchen, talked about the loan contract, and the woman, and Tenderlander, we... Wait. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna retrace my steps. So after blue screens, we went to the kitchen and Tribulations. We're gonna retrace your steps, so... Kitchen. Okay, so we were supposed to talk to someone in the kitchen, but there's someone in the kitchen, so let's see. Alright, so we go to... Shoot. Oh, I remember this now. Because there was a lunch, apparently this Gumshoe's lunchbox. I don't remember that, but now I do. And I think I know what happened to it. So never mind. So Fatima Squared and Tenderland, and then we went to... Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go back to Fireman Square. And I feel like I did this too. Which is... We had to talk to him again, and I think it was the embroiderer, and I thought, again, just to retrace your steps. You say you were a craftsman, right? God, the modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the Shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection! So did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood is all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. So, let's suck it up. Maybe that's what it was. Unless, I don't know if we did this already, but... guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, and... Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. So, buy some breadcrumbs, take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of two-bit community handyman? I remember reading this now, it's actually kind of funny. Well... Buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Okay, so let's see. Wait a minute, did he just say at home and at that restaurant? Hold up, by restaurant, are you talking about Tribune? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned. What? Okay. So we talked about the errand. I think that's what happened. We got the errand, and we talked about that. We moved to Tribune. We went to the detention center, and then we talked about the contradictions. After the incident, we presented Gumshoe's lunchbox, but it was discarded because apparently Maggie was just like... She knew what was going on, but she's like, nope, not falling for it, so we had to discard it, or rather, I think Phoenix and Maya shared it. So... we talked about Kudo, and then we talked about the testimony. Then we went to the criminal affairs department. We talked to Gumshoe about Tenderlander and computer fire, since I remember that part. Are you serious? Apparently we do this again. Okay, hold on. You'll see what this is I'm talking about. So we go back to the detention center. So Trabian... detention center, and then criminal affairs. There we go. And then I think we talked about the fires, we talked about MC Bomber, and then we talk about, I think I presented her already. But let's just start from there. Excuse me. That's the girl who works over at Tenderlander. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it, pal. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Okay. Her name is Viola Cadaverini. Yeah, well, I think we did this part, but she's the only granddaughter of Bruno Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini. Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruno Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family. The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. Better get some more info on Gumshoe about this family. Okay, so there's that. And then I think we talked about the Cadaverinis. Yeah, we talked about that. And then we got the lunchbox. We got the lunchbox again. Or do we talk to him again about it? Hold on. Okay, well, let's just talk again. Let's go through the motions again. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah? As in money, pal. They pretty much control the cash on the city's black market. A black market, huh? That includes Tenderlander, I take it. Sure, no one says up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one. Interesting. So Viola's a granddaughter of some mafia boss then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves this little girl. She means everything to him. So, how does she end up at Tenderlander? I don't know, pal, but I heard she and the boss of Tenderlander are pretty tight. Tight? That's what it said in the file related to Maggie's case. So it's like a pretty important clue. Okay, so we got that. Apparently we received a lunchbox again, but we don't have it. I think that's when we kind of discarded again, I think. That's weird. But now we go back to Tenderlander. Alright, so now that's where we present the Magatama. So we were on to something. Okay, now we do that. Okay. Okay, so that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said that you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? The injury in question has something to do with this. So it was... Oh, so it was the repair bill. For some reason, I was doubting myself. But it was a repair bill. Take that! I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis? Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi, introduce herself. Alright then. The relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. So I think this is Bruto we had to show to her, right? Yeah. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. For dramatic effect. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Okay, one down. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. Oh. Oh, okay, hey. Hey, let's remember that. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. So I was on to something. I was saying that scooter probably has something to do with Viola's accident. So we're close, so yeah. Anyway, I started to try to avoid it, but I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they stayed, I'd have... Is it possible that the person who committed the hit and run have been... I mean, possibly.
Take that!
It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. Okay. You know, we collided. The motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he? It was a tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike, so I'm guessing it's a scooter, right?
Take that!
Yes. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre races around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged, and so is the back. And the mirror is bent too. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? Hey, this repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. How? The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure, so I should back off. Maybe the surgery, maybe it was to have any memory of what happened erased, so that way Don Tigre, you know, will get off scot-free. That is the only logical explanation, I guess. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. That you wouldn't spill the beans about him apparently modifying your brain, I guess. I believe him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? You want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation was because of you, but someone else. Someone else, so it has to be probably Bruto again, right? Let me see. Or Victor. Let me see, I want to look at the thing here. Oh, it is!
Take that!
Apparently... Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but... Your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you were the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money? $1 million. Wow, that's a lot, but yay? Hey, well, alright. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million? My grandfather ordered Dantigri to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Oh yeah, that's right. Probably the lottery ticket. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigri said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oh. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. Huh. It's the Godfather lingo right there. Payment was due last year. Huh. Okay. Wow. I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Is everything alright, Phoenix? Or Nick, or whatever your name is? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Espresso first. Coffee first is important. Yeah. I wanted to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Okay, so no more repair bills. Alright, so now I guess we can go back to let's see, to blue screens. Yes, so we'll go back to blue screens, and that's where we'll I guess unlock that last lock Magatama thingy. Actually, let me stop here real quick. I'm just gonna go BRB and then I'll be right back, and then we'll unlock that Magatama. So don't go away. I'll be back here in like 2 minutes. Okay, we are back, and thank you for your patience. And while we're here, I want to save what we've done so far. But yeah, we already unlocked that next, the second from to last Magatama for the Cyclops and all that. So now we're gonna talk to Miss Basil to see what she knows, so that way we can build our case for the second day of the trial. Okay. So how about you tell me what kind of trouble? Well, we already went to this part. Let's just go back. So I think... So it was the tickets that was the issue, and that's where I got stumped. Okay, a bunch of horse racing tickets, blah blah. Tell me what to do this. Hypocrisy. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it wasn't restricted to horse races. So it was a lottery ticket. But I thought I did that already. I don't know. Well, the lottery horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Wait, why is she getting nervous all of a sudden? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No! You're right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000? Yeah, but... It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Elk won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elk's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. So let's see, would that be, it'll probably be, what's his face? Don Tigre? No, not quite. Just actually... Well, got close. Mr. Elk met with someone on the day he was killed. He even made a note in his calendar about the meeting. Meet with the tiger. What is the relevance of that? Are you trying to suggest Glenn was meeting with him to discuss his debt? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I've never heard of anything about this tiger before. Maybe he's not even human. Maybe he really is a tiger. I'm no programmer, but does she really expect me to buy such messed up logic? In that case, I think it's time to introduce you to the tiger, so... Curio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tenderlander. This is who Mr. Elk met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No! It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch! But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What? What computer programs for $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Oh, so I'm not looking at the guide, but I have an idea what it is. So... No? Oh, no, it was not. This is a very delicate matter. Without the necessary data, there's really no way I can access the information. Excuse me. I know Mr. L created some sort of program. She can't deny it if I show her the program itself as evidence. I'm so close to cracking her. Okay, so... Okay, that wasn't it. Are you serious? I did show that, but you said it was delicate information. What? Are you serious? Did I do it wrong? Did I not highlight it correctly? Hold on. I did highlight that, right? So we talked about Furio, we talked about MC Bomber. Come on. Okay, crap. Hold on. Maybe it's something else. The program itself. Hold on, let's just slow down. Unless I'm overlooking it. So maybe there's something else. Because apparently that's what it is, and it's not letting me show the disc if that's what it was, unless it's more. Absolutely not a robot. I don't get it. Unless there's something else I need to do. Can we talk about something? What? Yeah, see, I tried that twice. So let's see, we showed her losing horse racing tickets, the victim's lottery ticket, Glenn's calendar for Rio Tigre, and then we were supposed to show MC Bomber. And that's like the only thing I think of. And we showed it twice, and that... Oh gosh, what the heck? Unless this is a bug, or maybe the guide is wrong. I mean, what else could there be to show that it was a program? Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Unless I was supposed to show something else? Hold on, let me see if I can maybe just show it to her. Would that trigger something? But it shouldn't. Would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, the data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected. Super admin restricted password protected? What? This is madness. Hold on, why is that abbreviated like this? ESP. I don't know, it's just weird. There's just no Maya, that is Sparta. Okay, Sparta, I was gonna say. She won't tell us unless we say the right code word. The code word? Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess she just doesn't want to talk about this. Maybe we should focus on asking about Glen Elk. What do you say? Okay, well... I really don't know. I'm glad I saved before we went into this. Seriously, what the hell? I'm gonna do it again. Maybe it's a bug. I don't know. If not, I'm gonna have to search it. So let's do it again. Unless there was something else I missed. I don't know. So we talked about the horse racing tickets. Yeah, horse racing tickets. Oops, dropped my shit. Dropping my shit. Okay, so lottery tickets, horse racing tickets, and then lottery ticket. Okay, so there's that. And then okay, so talking about the calendar. Okay. Okay, the tiger, which is Mr. Tigray. I'm gonna be so mad. So, we got the last one. Okay. So, okay, now this has to work. Maybe if I hadn't talked about it, it would have, not give us a hint that it was. What? Are you serious? It's about the necessary data. So how do we... Okay, so now that I've had time to pay attention to it, I'm so panicky. But we just need necessary data to unlock it. So we need to figure out how to access the data. So I know Mr. L created some sort of program. She can't deny if I show the program itself. So we'll have to back out. Actually, I'm just gonna reload. Well, no, we're not gonna reload because if we clear this, we can have our health replenished. So let's examine around. There has to be a place where we can find out more about this program. There's definitely probably something I missed. This has to be. So let's see. What if we go back to oh, hold on. Let's go back. Let's leave. Let's go to the police station. There's something just dawned on me. I totally forgot there was a detail where apparently there was a virus going around at the criminal affairs department because I kept complaining about watching K-drama or J-dramas or whatever, some Asian dramas, and then watching, I guess, I don't know, some kind of anime. I don't know. So what if I present the CD tune? Or did I do that already? But we'll see. We'll find out. Okay, Detective Gumshoe, about this. What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and this virus right now, so I... Ah! Hey! There we go, we got it. Where is that, correct answer? This is it! This stupid name! I remember now! I thought so. Here it comes. Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it. A name scribbled on that source paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. What? Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? Okay, so... we already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos at law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's on every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses. It almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently the program who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing a route of this virus on the black market. Can someone put this virus up for sale? Uh-huh. Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. In the millions of dollars? And that virus, can it be that worth that much? Okay, so now we got it. Ah, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is, you know, the lunchbox. How did everything go? Well, about that. This is where the second lunchbox comes in then, okay? But I totally skipped that part apparently. I don't know. Remember the weenies? Rather, no, sorry. You remember the weenies? Yeah, that didn't go very well. I hate weenies. It's like big bulky ones too, I know. Yeah, those weenies. So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Huh? Well, it was delicious. Yeah, that's what she said? Really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh, yikes. Do me a favor again, huh, pal? Deliver this? This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one. Yikes. I could just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenies, again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. At least whisper that, don't let them hear you say that. Plenty of weenies. The gumshoe lunchbox given to Maya again. I can't really eat anymore. Okay, so now I think we can go back and actually, do we have to show it to him again? Let me just make sure. Okay, what do you think about this, detective? Okay. Okay, so... Hey, at least you're gonna help us out. Okay, yeah... Alright, so anyway... Hopefully this is enough now, so let's go back to, blue screens. Okay, so we're gonna present the Magatama to her once again. So we're just gonna speed through this until we get to that last part. Okay, so we're gonna do the tickets, horse tickets. Your tickets and then the lottery tickets. Horse tickets and the lottery tickets. Okay, and then we are going to go back to the calendar. And then next we got Furio Tigre. And then finally we can talk about the virus. Okay. Now this better work. Okay, so yes, now we got it. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is a virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. Oh, Lord. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah, I should have refilled my steamer. I didn't get a chance to do that earlier. Okay. All right. MC Bomber. No! So you knew about it. So let's do that epic win since we struggled so much with that. And that's all I got out of that. Are you serious? Okay, I thought it was revealed completely, but I guess not. Alright, so Glenn's troubles. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribune? Where do you come up with these ideas? Okay, so it's safe to say Mr. Elk was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It's a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. This day, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. Okay, so... I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Bye-bye. They're back on the floor, not the trash. Use a trash can, Nick! Caught. Ooh. Yeah, Nick, no littering. Okay, so... Is that it? That all? Okay, so I guess we just move on now. So we finally unlocked all of those. So back to Tribune. Hey, bonjour! I've been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong! Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you fellas. Oh, it's him. Whoa! Ah, it's an info! It's an elf, or whatever his name's. Who are you calling Cine Opie? Maya! Come out from under the table already! Okay, hand it over. What? You just want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now! Oh, I think he wants Viola Cavarini papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You just want to know what that's sad? You want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad, and it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that? Two. What? We. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me, désolé. I cannot argue with him. What? What? That really hurt. No! Is that all you've got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter! No, wait! Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. No, that was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Hold it, pal! Yay! Oh, yeah! Detective Gumshoe! Detective? You think you gonna stop me, copper? Beat it! Rawr. Whoa! Come on, Gumshoe! Keep it together! You guys, get out of here! Leave this guy to me! But... Go, pal, and take this! If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. alright. Thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind! Get up from under that table. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. Tenderlinder's going down. Yay! Alright, good. Alright, so... yes, let's save. That was getting a little crazy there. So, I'm gonna go ahead and save in a new slot. Give me one moment. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to check something. Okay. Okay, so we saved and we're good to go into the trial. So, again, whatever happens tonight, if we happen to get to this trial tonight, this will be the last time we'll play Ace Attorney for a little bit. Otherwise, we'll play it next Saturday, and then we'll see. We'll discuss that once we get through it. So let's go. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well, ended on a giant mystery. That's true, and we still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes. Oh, yikes. No, that wasn't doubt, that was, determination. Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Hey, pal. Gumshoe. Hey, detective. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this will help. What? Huh? Haven't you taken up aromatherapy too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. Was this a small bottle that turned up in Trey Bean's kitchen a couple of days ago? Oh yeah. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing into the floor. Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Oh, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. Oh, isn't that the... it's probably the poison, I imagine. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, never mind. We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? Yes. Oh, what? I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. Medication? Oh wait, hold on. Is that what I think it's for? It probably came from here. Medication? Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. Yeah, that has to be it. For ears? You mean... yeah, it's a medication Glenn Elk was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elk's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Okay, so we got... what about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour, they might have gotten something on the prints, but... that's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. So make sure your defense is impregnable today, got it? No, that's not what you mean. You mean impenetrable, right? Right? Is that, I'm sorry, is that maybe me? Today's trial, I'm gonna expose that guy from what he's saying on My Name Isn't Phoenix, right? Or is this an info? Impregnable. Hold on, let me just look it up. Maybe I'm wrong. That sounds like something Gumshoe would say if it's wrong. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no, it's right. But I feel like okay, so unable to be captured or broken into, or unable to be defeated or destroyed. So he was right, but from Gumshoe, it sounded like he didn't know the definition of the word. So if anything, that is my fault. But I feel like Gumshoe had a moment. But we learned a new word today. So we learned a while ago. We learned that face was Foss or face or whatever. We found out the correct pronunciation of it. And now impregnable. I guess impenetrable will work. Let's look at impenetrable. Let's make sure. Because it could work both ways, right? Impenetrable. Impenetrable. Impossible to pass through, enter. Impossible to understand. I guess it works both ways, so okay. But I guess it'd be funny for Gumshoe to even use that word. So, yeah. Okay, so let's do it. I'm sure there's some discussion about that word somewhere on the internet about him using that, and people would like, what? Anyway, the court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Here we go again. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Oh. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions in a single case can have, huh, Nick? Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning and we must turn with it. That's another coffee commercial. You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. Okay. You finally got some witness. And you are? Oh, bonjour everyone. I am John Armstrong, the owner and the head chef of La Tribulations restaurant. Enchanté. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am a pert and perky gentleman. Non? On the day of the incident, you were in Tribulations' kitchen. Isn't that right? It's you, monsieur. Huh? Everything feels right. With you, what? That's the second cup of coffee, isn't it? Ha. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? What? Very well, your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Tribune. Oui, volunteers. Volunteer, I hope I pronounced that right too. Oh my gosh. I need a dictionary, apparently. When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decor that day. Like having a large mirror between like tables, for example. Perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, and the glasses. It would have seen everything in reverse, none? Oh, okay, so like the face. Mirror! I missed a part earlier. Ungraded mirror. The most enormous mirror. And suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this crap to be happening to me. Poor face. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. When it all happened, there was just 2 customers in my restaurant. So, who are the 2 customers? Because it could be 3, it's 4. So, right now it could be the fake Phoenix Wright, Tigray, or Glenn L. But there's also the possibility of it being Victor. So, like, what's the order of madness? Of course. The young man who died. And the other not-so-young man. You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume? What about the other man Maggie said she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence. Probably not, now you think about it. We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. Okay. Remember, I was experimenting with some new art decors that day. You were experimenting with art deco? How come I never heard about that before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur? No, please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decorateur? Decorateur? What? No, Art Deco! It is a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design, walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Oh, yes, of course, that deco. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning some most bold remodeling of that decor. Excuse me. Like having a large mirror between tables. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Ooh, something about 4 meters wide and about 2 meters high. Let's see, if 1 meter's about 1 yard. Holy glass on a frame, that's huge. I was attempting to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Hey, none, but I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror? Yeah. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo and Maggie Bird's testimonies. But... You didn't ask for trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. Ooh, burned. Burned. What? A mirror was delivered to Trey B in the day before the incident. Really? But it still wasn't brought up, so what the heck? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying some sort of design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. It's just this just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Trey B in, it doesn't prove that it was in a restaurant the day of the crime. Ha, if you want to doubt someone, trite, look in the mirror. Oh damn, hold on. Now what was the verb, there we go. I'm sure the person looking back at you would be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. Right, how do you explain that? We perhaps says that what's that old man looking at? Normally, I expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Normally? How does normality come into this? And where's your cup? They hold it like you're holding the cup. That's lame, trite, even for you. Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-notch chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over there? Well, trite. Mask? Back! Not the hair! I do not have a top knot! Mr. Godot is correct. The mask, I mean you dude? What the hell? Anyway, lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. The end. Ultra got one latte. Whatever. Anyway, a cupped earpiece and the glasses. We're not seeing everything in reverse. Okay, so after we press this, I forget this, we can present evidence. Everything. He would have seen everything in reverse. Hey, Nick! We should take a sec and think about what old CD said in his testimony. He was running errands. How did he phrase it again? The boy was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand. If he saw everything as described reflected in the mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh? But, wait a minute. Was this on his right? And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess, or does it? It's kinda hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but... Do you think OC saw everything through a reflection? If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony. But that situation makes that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something with that old man's testimony. We just gotta dig deeper. Excuse me. So I'm getting a little frog there. Hold on. I really need my water refill for my mister, but I think I just need some water at this point. Hold on. So let's see. We would have 2% evidence right now. Let's see. There are 2 customers. What could we... Let's see. Let's see, here are the floor plans. That tells us nothing though right now. Where would Victor be sitting? Hold on. Let's look at this. I remember in the last trial, he said that the face was on the right side and it fell over. Or rather, the left side, it fell over. Apparently, that was not the case. And then he said he had the coffee cup. I'm trying to... That's something we have to pay attention to. I'm trying to see what else. So cup, earpiece. I figured we had to show that at some point too. Having a large mirror between the tables. What about we present that picture? I feel like that's... No. Well... Your Honor, what do you think about this statement? Nope. And we gotta be careful too, because... apparently they get all of our health refilled when I, unlock those, locks. Got those locks thing. Weird. There's 2 customers in my restaurant. Hold on. Oh, was that his seat too? Okay. Okay, it still doesn't help right now. That probably doesn't help either. Alright, so I'm tempted to look at the guide. I was trying not to do it, but we'll have to. I'm trying to see where could we do that. We already pressed on all possible options. Also could be a person too. But that part bothers me. Having a large mirror between the tables. Let's see. Well, that apparently didn't work. I said now I remember, so let's see. That's the old man was looking at. I figured we would show it then. Okay. You know what? Let me just look. At the guy. Okay, so... Okay, so this is what messes me up, because apparently we have to show him. But that's what's throwing me off, because you explained that, you know, about Victor seeing the thing in his left hand, but he did. But the coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Yeah, see, that one is kind of like, Then he said, no question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong, it was his left ear without a doubt. Okay. So to summarize, we were told by both the HMD and the earpiece were on this victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in the mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactement. You see, Monsieur, now that you think about it, it's not so odd. Unfortunately, that's where you run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in the mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Ooh. Order! Mr. Wright is correct. The witness certainly observed the victim's reflected on the mirror, and we would expect the victim's earpiece to have been over his right eye. Objection. Yeah, I see. Okay. How bitter. Try it. You should have a taste of this bitterness. They'll calm me down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume? I broke a face, sorry, apology, Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony? Exactly, the old man has one very grievous habit. The other than throwing seeds. The more an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elk? Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece rather. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elk's HMD made a big impression on the old man. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear! That is all. Well, trite. I love how he does impersonations. I would totally do that. That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever. Means it's better than Kudo himself. Wow, I really thought he was OCD for a minute there. Go, that's good. Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rationing much of his testimony. Bad look, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears. I can't explain. Please, if you would look at the plans of the restaurant. Aloha, is everyone sitting comfortably? Let's see. La Mirror. It was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing two elves. Okay, so that's where it was. For some reason, I thought it was like in the back. Like if you look at where the X and V are, I thought it would be like between those black dividers and not in the middle of the store. Like that. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. Sat was where the seat as the table next to the victims. Sat was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else. I see no problems with the explanation we've just heard. From the table next to the victim, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror. What I thought you look coquette? What? I am crochet. Let's try crochet. I don't know. I'm confusing us the men like this. Confusing us the men like this. Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out into a cool sweat over there again. You mean me? I hate that guy. You say you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that? Volatiles, of course. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please. Okay. So, let's press Winston. It was in the middle of the restaurant. So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? We? Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way.
Objection!
Look who's talking, trite. Huh? You're obstructing my view, among other things. But... This is my seat in the courtroom. Tribulations' charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, trite. I tell you, monsieur, the mirror was there in the middle of the restaurant. There's only one seat from which you could have seen the image of the victim. I know it's unnecessary to press these, but whatever, we're going. We're doing it. And where would that be? Ooh la la, look at how lean. Look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer. Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once. I attract the older ones too, you know, and I'm some, rather. I drank some other ones too, you know, and some. Shall I tease you too? Oh gosh. Oh my god. I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. Oh, yep, this man loves his coffee. Like, I'm sure, I'm not gonna go weird, but yeah, I'm sure he has like a box of some bags of coffee somewhere, or Keurig. Maybe he's married to a Keurig. Yeah, there we go. He takes his Keurig everywhere he goes in his car, and then he sleeps with it in his bed. I mean, I can get behind that. Like, I shouldn't discriminate, but if he loves his coffee that much, he can marry his Keurig. I bet she has some mocha cream skin and frappuccino perfume. Oh my gosh. Bien, I will tell you. There was only one seat from which you could have seen. Okay. Okay, what about that one? So why can't you only see the victim from that particular seat? My no sir, it is obvious, none. You look at the plans, you will understand. Okay, the victim would have been reflected in the mirror like so. Actually, I'm trying to think about that, because if it wasn't a mirror, it would be that way. But that will still see... It would still be on the left side, right? If you were sitting at the table next to him, you would see everything, no? That's the seat old CD was sitting... That's the seat old CD was sitting in on that day when the poisoning happened. The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim. Why does that seem kind of odd? Actually, I was seeing that. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. Why would you move the mirror? I think they would have let you keep it there. Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police? Oui, exactement. I carried out the restaurant scene. You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself? What can I say? I know how to pick up things, handsome. Godot actually laughed at something. Well, given the witnesses to see, I suppose it is possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong? I look like still obliging type, none? But naturally, I did not touch anything else. Okay, so let's see, you didn't touch anything else, but I feel like we would talk about the medicine. Are you sure about that? I touched nothing except the mirror. Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene? Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what exactly. Haha, suffering from a case of heartburn, right? Oh, I have just a thing for that. An oil with golden mirror and frankincense. Add a few drops to your coffee and voila. Enjoy. Ew. Focus, Phoenix. Breathe. I just need to ignore those two and just find some evidence. It's pretty strange though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You think someone would have, but Mackie didn't, and neither did OCD. Then the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside JB in that day. Like, yeah, why did y'all bring it up now? Now I just got to prove it somehow. Okay, the mirror was in the middle of the restaurant dividing the two halves. Okay, so let's see. So, when you say you did not touch anything else, I'm pretty sure you at least touched this. I think we can only get one part of it like that, but let me see. No. Oh, are you serious? Damn it. We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. Worst case scenario, I could probably just reload the whole trial and start it again. So you say you didn't touch anything else. I feel like you would have touched that because it was... Yeah, see, that's funny. I feel like that's that whole mask dude again. It has to be that. Yeah, so it wasn't that. Okay, it wasn't that either. Okay, so let's reload from there because that's like kind of weird right there. It's like 5 health bars really, and yeah, so you didn't touch anything else. So you moved the mirror so it wasn't in the way. Okay, so let's go back to the earlier one. So the mirror was in the restaurant, dividing the 2 halves. There's only one scene you could have seen the image of the victim. Let's see. I feel like this would be the item to show. That was to sit at the table next to the victims. Now, I wish we could go back to what Kudo's testimony was. Let's see. You moved a mirror, but was not in the way. But you touched something else. I'm trying to figure out. Was it a lottery ticket? I think it was. Where was it found? No. Okay, hold on. Oh, the coffee cup? Hold on. I want to show that. If that's not it, I'll look at the guide. I feel like it'll be the coffee cup. Cause something has to have been moved. Let me just look. So, shoot, it's either the coffee cup or the lottery ticket. Because I kind of remember a detail where apparently he tried to get the ticket, he admitted to it, but... Okay, let's try this. No. Okay. Well, let's read it. I tried. Okay, so... Hold on. Let's just reload so I can get the health back. So... It was... that. So we had to present the crime scene photo, which I thought that's what we needed to do. So... Shit, that was the wrong one! It's the wrong photo, y'all. I'm sorry. One more time. One more time. I didn't go far in the pages enough. So, crime scene photo. Right here. Finally. Thanks. Sorry about that, y'all. Thank you for your patience. This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor. The crime scene photo? Yeah, like this is, like, I know it's like the third case of every game, especially like with each game up until this point, gets a little, like it messes with you. So, you know, it's just, wow. Anyway, yes, this photo clearly shows something that would be theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist? Haha, sounds like you're describing yourself trite. Oh, damn. Now then, the defense would please clarify its statement. This is something that should not exist in this photo. Okay, so something shouldn't exist. His head, the cup, or the face. I think it was... Hold on. It is a face. Okay, so let's gotta make sure we get on the mark because we only got so much work with. This is what should not be in the picture. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm afraid you've lost me. Shit. Oh no, please. I suppose it's up to me to clarify the defense's claim. Something that shouldn't exist is clearly... Wait! I've changed my mind, Your Honor. Last thing I need right now is a scalding hot coffee shower. Are you serious? No. But we did it right. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Did I not... Maybe not that one, but this one? Is it on the victim's table or that table on the left? On the left table. Oh my gosh. I had it right, but I had the wrong table. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. Well. Very well. Gather your thoughts, Mr. Wright. In the meantime, the witness will repeat his testimony for the court. Let's just reload. As I need that health. I need every little bit of health right now. So... we're gonna do this carefully. So, there's a crime scene photo. And then we're gonna go to the left side of the table. That's right, because now, now that I remember this now, and I don't know why. I guess I get too excited. I need to focus. Gather your thoughts, Mr. Wright. So you remember here in the testimony, so that I broke the face at my seat. The face, rather. Sorry, broke the face at my seat. He said that it was on the right. But I think Victor was probably sitting across. I don't know, but yeah, see, this is like messing me up a little bit. So yeah, definitely should not have been there. So let's do this carefully. Okay, I think we got it. I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture. The face? What possible connection does that have to do with this witness's testimony? Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should not have been no face on this table. Because it fairly clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Like this, right? It has to be. Please let it be Victor's testimony. There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the face that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken face on that table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the victim at the table next to the victim at all. Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Exactly. Huh? There is only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Trabian that day. The testimony, Mr. Armstrong, was an elaborate lie. Oh no! Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the face. While the police were taking the time to get to the crime scene, are they not supposed to touch, like, once, like, something like that happens, like a murder, if someone dies like that, they're not supposed to touch anything, right? So that way, they can get evidence, right? I mean, why are y'all just saying that? Oh, okay, it's okay, you can clean that up. So, I mean, come on. Am I wrong? Fortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me, rather. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary. In his own words, I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? Actual sniffle now. I got the thing to actually do sniffles. I was right. There's no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear which he couldn't hear? You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw? If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it. Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick? There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya. What do you mean? Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. Wow, we got 3 bars to lose, so I'll probably have to be very careful. The reason behind all the contradiction in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. The victim was a phony, so either Mr. Kudo made a mistake or the victim is a phony. It has to be the phony. Or the ear doctor made a mistake. It has to be like, but why would he... Hold on. Let's see. So, apparently this is leaning towards the right direction, but why would he do it? Well, this case is riddled with contradictions, yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were 2 completely different events. What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Glenn Elg at all. What? It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. What? And that's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. Now I'm confused. I am entirely confused. Unless Phoenix is wrong anyway by default. Huh. Interesting. I knew that was gonna happen. I thought he was gonna make a smart aleck remark, but okay, whatever. Order in the court. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Trite. Are you saying that Mr. Kudo saw what was a setup? Or rather, what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the expense purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Kudo. Objection! Wow. That's interesting. Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was insistent about in his testimony was the servant girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. That's a servant girl, right? there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. It's so hard to believe, but there was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird and the act of poisoning the coffee.
Objection!
Are you insinuating that the waitress and the old man story was a fake as well? Yep. It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but it's also true that the chef was there. How would he would have noticed that happening? That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Ooh la la, this is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tribulations that day? The defendant demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the offense in the restaurant that day. Ooh, Huh. This is interesting. Oh, excuse me. La victim, Monsieur Ilg, it came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got the word where they won the lottery, when the ill came very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. No, and there was no time for a phony to do the acting. Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all. Je demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly. What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later. For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please. You take that perjury charge a bit too well. I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Okay, the victim came to my restaurant alone. You sure about that? Was he alone at his table as well? Oui, I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. He swears there was another man at the victim's table. Unfortunately for you, Trite. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I had another yawn. Yesterday's witness was also testified that the victim was alone. Oh my god, what the heck? You know, seeing as you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking? It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet. Every Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. Okay, I remember the old man arrived not long after him. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui, it comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime. I said it was worth one sip, nothing more. Oops, sorry, Armstrong. So sorry. So, old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Also, you remember at one point he said that he had an errand to run. He had to go to the restaurant for something. So, we probably have to call him back for, whatchamacallit, testimony. I should ask about his arrival in more detail. Huh. How many minutes after, maybe? So you're saying that not much time elapsed between when the victim Mr. Kudo arrived? Oui, that is correct. But that still leaves the possibility that something happened in that gap of time. And by your recollection, how much time would you say elapsed? Let me see. Approximately 2 minutes, I would say. 2 minutes? That's all? It seems unlikely that anything untoward could have happened in such a short time. Rats! I knew I shouldn't have pursued this line of questioning. Probably the time. So also the customers. Hold on, let's go back then. So what time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh no, I kinda remember Mansoor. I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Is that perhaps jog a memory, witness? The incident happened about 20 minutes after I arrived. The incident happened 20 minutes. So 2:05. So the victim must have arrived between 2 o'clock and 2:10 noon. So yeah, I was thinking 2:05. Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, Mansoor. You are wonderful. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? Apparently you just don't do anything at all, so whatever. Anyway, I will never forget that first trial in this game. This very game where he's just ignoring the fact that Dahlia is clearly the culprit. But anyway, the time of day will be added to the witness's testimony. We must judge. Everything I do it for you. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? Ha 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 ha. I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood, because I am not. He's even humming a song to himself. Okay, so, I remember the old man arrived not long after him, just after 2. Let's come back to that later. Let's refresh on the other things. So with no other customers, but you just said. So your only customers were Mr. Kudo and the victim. How many times do you need to ask the same things, right? You never catch me drinking the same blend twice. Huh? Sound like you do, I don't know. You're weird, dude. You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant, but you're wasting your time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee if you catch my drift. There's a hole in this testimony somewhere, I'm sure of it. And I got word that you won the lottery, Mr. and became very excited. Did you see him? No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes, I have $1 million." Presumably the defendant heard that too, then correct? Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dove. Dove, rather. And what about Mr. Kudo? The old man choked on some bird seeds that got stuck in his throat. What the heck has bird seed in his mouth for anyway? It seems like we now have another incident on our hands. Gosh. Okay, 5 minutes later as the poisoning incident occurred. And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill. I am the multi-talented woman, Mansoor. Sorry, what do you mean? Sir is la renowned chef John Armstrong and la tragic poet Clarice Armstrong. Clarice? Oui, I was writing a poem. An angry Chova chef and half $1 million in debt. looking for a man who won $500,000 on the lottery. It is called Pokoi. Pokoi? What? That means why? Perhaps I could recite it for the court? Please don't. No. Okay, dang, okay. I was kind of hoping we would, but I guess no, we don't have the time for that. No, so it's no time for the phony to be acting. Or was it? You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? Well, no, because Victor had to call the cops. I asked the other man to call from the pay phone. By your argument, right? Your own argument. The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so the old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear. Indeed. The end. It seems a shadow of a doubt has been lifted, n'est-ce pas? I guess Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh? Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Oak, and I refuse to believe he was oblivious. Excuse me, he was there the whole time after all. And if you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too? She felt unconscious when the incident occurred, remember? Ah, you mean that's when the phony stations act? We'll know for sure once I find a hole in his testimony. Okay, so, who could, is this someone we haven't met yet? That's impersonating him? No, not yet, but I'm sure him and the quote-unquote Glenn are working together somehow, so we just haven't met him yet, so to speak. So, let's see. Now maybe we press on this again to see if anything happens. Are you absolutely sure about the time? And I think really I'm sure it's just after 2. Maybe it's the time I stopped serving a lunch menu. Quite right, I always break for lunch when the restaurants were serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time. Haha, I don't like the sound of that. Guess you should never get between a hungry Joyce and his lunch. Oh, will you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already. No! Witness, get over your testimony, please. Okay, so... Alright, so they said those no other customers. Let's see. Yeah, let's look at some evidence here. Maybe the lunch special? So like I said, the time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. That's interesting. So $500,000. Okay, so I feel like this would also come into play, but that's too soon. I mean, that's old technically. Okay, let's see. So lottery ticket. Do you think we're dealing with another weird time issue like that very first case in the first game? 5 minutes later, the poisoning occurred. Hold on. No, so it's no time to do a phony acting. The phony acting. Let's see. Has to be something here, I'm sure. Maybe that? I feel like that would come into play. I'm trying to figure out how soon would potassium cyanide kick in if it was actually done. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so I think at this point we'll just have to shoot. Okay, let's I'm just gonna look at something. Wait. Oh. So what's the... Okay, hold on. So I was right. So apparently there's some weird time paradox thing going on. Because apparently this is it. But I don't understand. I really don't. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. Koi? What do you mean? Oh, Kui? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket. Oui, that's must be the show mon ilk was listening to. I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder... You said the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was at time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu. When do you stop serving lunch? You stopped serving the lunch menu. And then we were talking about the whole time of death thing between 1:30 and 2:30. And I just said, I kind of unlocked that, didn't I? Hit it at that. So that's interesting, from between 1:30 and 2:30. But what time do you stop serving lunch? That's the question. Get to the point, try it, if you have one. That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30? Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cryo-joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished running 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. Whoa! This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum. Catching a show that was already over. There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. The victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, sir, or 2 Glen Elks at 3 p.m. that day. The real Glen Elk now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Elk acting out the offense for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? Right. Had a performance right. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this? Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony elk is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elk is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at that time the real Glen Elk had already died. That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours? Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elk, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? Order. The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body? Maybe in the kitchen? Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, right. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence? What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden? I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed? I really don't know, honestly, and this is probably where I need a little help. But I want to say it's a kitchen, but also could have been in a park. Because I'm still also, I can't remember, like, apparently that was important at some point. Remember that Kudo said he had an errand to run, which is why he ended up at the restaurant? But let me see, I'm just gonna have to do this. Okay, so apparently it was inside. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribune. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright? Wasn't there... Oh shit. Do you think it could be behind the cash register? If you look on the top right, where the entrance is, I remember for a while it was blocked off. Do you think the body could have been hidden there? But that would have been too obvious. Like, people could have seen that, but it also could have been in the kitchen. Also, I think now would be a good time to save it here, too, just in case I'm wrong. I'm probably still gonna look at the guide here, so let's see. I just want to, like, surprise myself to see if I'm right, though. So, yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Tribune is... has to be a kitchen, but let's say here. Now let me look at the guide and see if that was right. Oh, apparently it was a kitchen. Okay. So please have to be right. Please don't say I missed the mark. The body was hidden here, so it was a kitchen. So it was right there too, but that behind the cash register thing was interesting too. I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Shit. Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? And I think it was the bottle. Has to be now. So, it's my bottle. Yes, that's right. Now we come full circle. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? No. I have never seen such an ugly bottle in my life before. I only use the very best bottles, sir. It is the highest quality only for me. Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interesting enough, Your Honor. It was found in the kitchen of JVN. Oui? But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elk visited a laryngological clinic. Otolaryngological. There we go. I hope I got that right. Can I give it a applause for that? So he visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day. I hope I got it. You can't be serious. The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle matched the prescription that was given to Mr. L. Mr. Elk's murder hit the body in the restaurant kitchen. Where, I wonder too. At which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Mundu. Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hit the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. None! Order in the court. This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glen Elk? Never! I could not do such a horrible thing. Or did I? No! No! Mr. Godot, what? What? Mr. Godot? That was Godot, not Armstrong. I just realized that. The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. You have the slightest idea how many cups you had by now? I've tried to count. At one point I counted 5 and that's where I stopped. So I remember when he gets to 17 cups of coffee, apparently that's when everything is satisfied, but... I'm trying to cut back on coffee, by the way, like IRL. I'm trying to cut back. And I realize even 1 cup of coffee can do damage. Like, I do get like slightly jittery and never really think about it, but like as soon as like the caffeine is done and gone, like like if I drink it like once a day, like I realize how much of a brain fog I have. On top of that, it also can mess up with your blood pressure too, so the older you get, the more issues you have. So definitely something to think about. So yeah, caffeine is just not good for you in general, but tea of course helps too, but it doesn't have that much caffeine as coffee. But I'm surprised Godai is able to keep his cool drinking that much coffee in one sitting. Like, oh my gosh. Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chief, or chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my ace-deficient friend, or ace-efficient friend? How about a new flavor in your ear? Is that a reference to a song? I think I know what song it is. Chief Fulmont, pardon. Please, you must air me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. I was gonna say. I speak Spanish, Mr. Armstrong. Por favor is Spanish. I'm only going to ask once. Did you do it? None, absolutely none. Let's hear it. You've got one shot, right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. That's my gavel. It is clear. What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh boy. Very well, begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. Oh gosh. It is true, I eat a body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse, which I think this is the dude that we're trying to figure out. I was there. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me. You were forced? By who? I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table? There was that dude. There was another man. I knew it. Maggie was telling the truth. You may cross-examine a witness on Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Okay, so... Alright, so before we go on, I need to save it. So you hit the body in the kitchen. Do we really? I'm kind of tempted. I want to press. I'd like to see extra dialogue, so I just want to press it. I mean, it's not much to go on now, but I think we have an idea what to show. Did you carry a body by yourself? I carried them, and I carried Maggie too. Maggie too? When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her, sir. But why did you hide the bodies? A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. What man? Who was he? None. None I cannot say. I fear for my life. He's really scared. I just had to put the words in his mouth, Nick. Yeah, you're right. If you won't tell me, I'll tell him. But why would you go alone with this man? I had to go along with him because there was a reason I could not refuse. What reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong? Oh, hold on a second. Let me go. My cat is wanting to get out. Give me 30 seconds. Alright. Okay, so what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong? You know, Monsieur. Yes. Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment. A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. I don't understand. I can't finish a cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. I did not kill him, Monsieur. You must believe me. So you are claiming that all you did was hide the bodies, is that correct? Oui, that's right. If we were to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this. He's already confessed as much. He might as well stop dancing around the real issue. Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is. Then sack it to him, Nick. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Alright, so... Get the body in the kitchen. Man forced me to do it. Let's see. What will we show? I mean, we could just show him the picture of who we think it is. Wait. No, let's see. A man forced me to do it. So... No, it could be that. Let's see. Oh, I wonder if this... Hold on. Now, I think this is where we need to... Yes, we got it. That was without a guide, so I'm like, it has to be something easy. You have a $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong? Oui, c'est so. I hope I pronounced that right again. I'm sorry for the bad pronunciations if I'm wrong. I was weak and I borrowed the money. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that is why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. Now, we have to be right on this. $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. It is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, a tiger, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On that day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body of the innocent Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced her hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. Dun 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 for dramatic effect. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison in the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well? No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it, I was not. It's despicable. Mr. Godot. You will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Oh, great. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. 30 minutes. What? What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the... Don't sit back and relax yet, try it. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess. Woo! Wow, so... Still got more to cover, so... That is actually a wrap for this stream. That's actually a good save point right now. So we're gonna save right here. Make sure we're saved, and then we will talk about everything we did tonight. That was again good progress made for tonight's stream. So as a recap, we are just going to get this Tigre dude to testify and see where it goes, but that won't be until next Saturday, so be sure to stick around, and if you have notifications off, make sure to turn on. So like if you just come here by chance while on Twitch in the sidebar and you see me live, you can turn on notifications by going to the, I forget what it is, it's a notification icon. You can basically change your settings if you want notifications on or off, but that is one way you can see when I go live. But otherwise, there are some avenues for you to explore if you are wanting to check out more of Centaku Media. So here's our socials. And you can find our Instagram, YouTube, other socials like Tumblr, any other socials. I have not have it on the... And any other... social media networks I don't have in my hotbar here on my stream deck, be sure to check out. But there's a TikTok, we have a YouTube, 2 YouTube channels, we have the main channel and the VOD channel, and we have the Instagram account as well. So be sure to give those a follow, and if you follow those and engage with the content shared on there, you will get a chance to win a free Twitch sub at the end of every quarter. So right now we are still in the second month of the third quarter, so you have a month and a half left to make your engagements count, and at the beginning of October for our Centaku Media Journal episode in October, we will announce the lucky recipient for the free Twitch sub. But also don't forget our Discord, where we post announcements or any updates concerning the schedule, or just if you want to talk about anything that we normally cover, like anime, gaming, and other otaku interests. That's also where that takes place as well. And also, we do have a podcast to get an idea of what Centaku Media is about, so you can listen to our Lost episode that we uploaded a couple of weeks ago and as well as past episodes if you're behind on a lot of news in the past year. But it's a lot happened this year, so you just want like a sample, there you go. But our live episode of the Centaku Media Journal is on September 6th as of right now, and once we return, we're going to talk about Dragon Con and whatever news that came out this month so far. So I got a few news stories lined up to talk about, but Dragon Con, I'm really excited to talk about once that's done, and that's like the weekend after next. So we got one more weekend after this before Dragon Con, and also next week is our last week of streams. So Wednesday we'll be back with Overwatch 2. If you want to play along, hit up that Discord, and if you're interested, let me know and we'll make that happen. And also drops will be enabled too, so that'll be my first time actually running drops on this channel, so that would be a lot of fun. And I'll try to stream as long as I can to make sure everyone gets what they need. So I know apparently at best you can stream like the 4 hours, but unfortunately on a night like that I don't have time. But it's a opportunity for me to just de-stress for the midweek, because you know Monday and Tuesday were brutal enough. Let's just take it a step at a time on a Wednesday and then get through Thursday and Friday. So, but speaking of Thursday and Friday, so Thursday we'll be playing SD Gundam Battle Alliance. We'll be going to part 5, I believe, of our playthrough. We were going to do it this past Thursday, but I had to postpone it. But you didn't miss anything. But if you did, be sure to check out that VOD channel on YouTube, and that is where we have our available episodes up now. And also next Friday and next Saturday, so we'll have part 2 of our first playthrough of Yakuza 4, and also we'll be back with more Ace Attorney to see what is to happen very soon with this case. And also, I did mention this early in the stream, is that once we're finished with this case, we're gonna put Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations on hold until we're finished with the Yakuza franchise, because that's our goal right now, and I figured it would be faster for me to play through it with my schedule if I drop a game temporarily. So Phoenix Wright is a good game to do that, because we are getting the Apollo Justice trilogy finally, but it won't be until early 2024, so I figure if we put that off now, that way we can save some extra content and not go through withdrawals until we get the Apollo Justice trilogy, so that way we can get right into it once it's out. But hopefully it won't be too much longer, but we'll see how that pans out. But definitely Yakuza is the focus right now. But if you enjoy Yakuza, if you want to see me play through it, see my experience with it, Friday nights at 9:30 is the place to be. But that is all I got. I think I plugged everything we need to plug, and again, be sure to follow the socials and make sure notifications are turned on, or follow the channel if you enjoy this stream, and that way you can make sure you have notifications turned on from there. So I want to thank you all so much for tuning in, and I am Nakaichi, your host of Centaku Media, where we talk about anime, gaming, and everything in between. Have a good weekend, and have a good night, and a good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. I will see you next week. Bye bye.